So Danny, we're talking about the importance of influencer marketing and engaging with influencers. Yeah. In terms of a content strategy, how does it change when the content strategy is to influencers rather than to the customer base themselves? And what should firms, companies be thinking about?
I don't know if it is that different. I think that very often an influencer will be seeing what you're sharing and they'll be saying, will my followers, will my connections be interested in this? So if they feel it has value to their followers, who are often the people you want to connect to, they will share it. So I think, no, I think on the contrary, I think very much you have to think about what are your ideal connections, what are your ideal clients going to be interested in, and then just thinking, well, am I sharing that content with influencers? I think that you need to sometimes to get influencers to engage with you. I think sometimes you actually have to go offline as well. I think people, with social media, people always forget about the offline relationship. Social media is not an end in itself, it's a means to an end. And sometimes I will connect to somebody on Twitter, but I like what I see on their profile, and actually I'll pick up a phone and say, you know what, we're connected on Twitter. I'd love to find out a bit more about your business and have a chat with you. You can be sure that next time you share something with them on Twitter, they're more likely to notice you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So don't, I think there's even been a bit of a return, hasn't there, to offline marketing. The direct mail, which was long neglected, people thought no one reads them anymore. Some people have gone back to that because it's such a novelty.
So what are the top things you think people should be doing in terms of engaging influencers? I want to share my content through that influencer. Yeah. What are perhaps some of the top things they can be doing to make sure that they do engage in the right way with those influencers and sort of establish that network for themselves?
So I think the first step is to actually give them credit. We often talk about the fact that the fact that social media is not about you, it's about your audience, and it's the same with influencers. Influencers are about influencers, not about you. So when you engage with an influencer, give them a lot of praise and a lot of credit. And I'm not talking about being sort of false, but I'm saying if they've published some status update, share it with your followers. If you're on Twitter, you've got this great thing called an FF. Follow Friday, where you can, if you like, blow the trumpets, blow someone else's trumpet. You can give someone else praise. Use that. Talk to them. So I think the case of getting on, if you want somebody to share your content, you need to first start off by building a relationship with them. They need to have you top of mind in order to start thinking of you and to start sharing your updates.
Yeah, and this is the thing about being reciprocal, isn't it? That by sharing each other and working together, you actually get something out of it together. I think it's looking at it like a partnership.
Absolutely. I think when you approach, and I'll even say this with approaching prospects, right? If you're interested in doing business with somebody, stop thinking about what can I get out of you. Actually, start thinking how can I help you. And you'll be, it's surprising. The more you go in with that attitude of, I'm really intrigued by what you talk about. I'd like to find out more. I'd like you to tell me more. That will help you.